Alrighty then, my roll chums, it is I, Daniel. You may call me the Pop Culture Dude, and I know it's been a while since I made a video, especially a Sonic movie video, and I know the merchandise has been released in Target exclusively, and that's only meaning the plushies and the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie figures by Jakks Pacific, with the 5 figures that are only 2.5 inches in the pack, where you have Robotnik, finally a Jim Carrey action figure since the Grinch, alongside with Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, including a little Buzz Bomber Batnik, and I can't wait to unbox this, and I can't wait to show it with you guys. I finally got a first Sonic Movie 2 merch, and I will compare with my other Sonic merchandise, which are the Eggman Jakks Pacific figures, the movie plush that I have from the first movie, and I just can't wait to unbox this in person, so let's get to it. Alrighty then, now that we got the box up close, we have the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 logo up front. We see Sonic running with the same silhouette from the first movie's poster. I mean, to be honest, they reused the same renders from the first movie's posters and promos, which I'll accept it even though it's kind of lazy, but I'll let it slide as the Jakks Pacific logo, since they are responsible for anything Sonic the Hedgehog related merchandise. And as if I could say right now, the sequel's marketing for the merchandise of the toys are way more improved than the first movie, all just because they add new characters like Tails and Knuckles, and a Jim Carrey Dr. Robotnik figure, which is finally, I've been dying for that. But just to remind you guys, this is only at Target exclusively. If you find it on eBay, it's super expensive as heck. You won't find it on Amazon. But there will be a Walmart exclusive toy of the Tornado plane set, which was seen in the trailers from the movie TV spots as well, that is from the games, is a Tornado playset of the plane where Sonic and Tails ride in, with the exact same 2.5 inches, just like the one in this box, except Tails has goggles on for the plane, I guess. But aside from that, obviously they tease more toys coming soon, such as a second wave of unknown release Sonic the Hedgehog 2 toys, probably because of spoilers, and obviously some more plushies of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles will be available soon. And from the back, we have the 4-inch scale figures, who are a lot more posable, highly detailed, and possibly a lot taller and bigger than these smaller ones, because you know it's 4 inches. But for those who watch my channel, and I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan, I mean, if you cannot tell, I have Ace Ventura cars, I have Jim Carrey Funko Pops like Ace Ventura and the Riddler. So as I put the toy box a little bit down, I cannot wait to get the 4-inch figure of Dr. Robotnik's Jim Carrey, just because I see that he's more posable, including the latte with steam monster goat milk, and he loves the way he makes them, because after all, Papa's got a brand new stash. Along with Sonic, who has a snowboard, along with Knuckles too, because we see in the TV spots that they're riding on snowboards, where Sonic says, "Aw, Gray's the Winter Soldier." And as for Tails, he has a minigun, which, that's pretty surprising, but I guess that's the best accessory they could go. But also for the Buzz Bomber, that's just a part of this 2.5 inch pack. But enough talk, let's unbox this by off camera as I remove every single piece of this box. So, as I unbox the figures off camera, because they were very hard to remove out of the box and make sure none of these toys don't get damaged or get break off too easily, since they're very, very small, I'm just going to review them in chronological order. So, first things first, let's go over to the Buzz Bomber Batnik, which is definitely adapted into live action from the classic games, but except it's more movie edition, since it's a lot more wider, just like the egg white drones that were in the first movie. So there's not that much articulation, it kind of feels a bit rubbery from the missile launchers, and there's a stand where you can remove, and then it's gonna zing you, bzz, 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 stinging. So eventually I think it's pretty cool that we actually got a merchandise of the movie merchandise of the Batnik. You can just move in the mouth a little, and yeah, that's basically it. So it's nothing too special, it's just decoration. And now let's get to Dr. Robotnik, but my dad just calls me Rob. So as the camera starts to focus, it starts getting a bit too blurry, so we can look at Jim Carrey's face. There we go, much better. So we definitely see that the eyebrows are very twisted, including the mustache that's a bit small. It's very minimal on the detail, but the thing is, you can only just move up the arms "Whoa, look at me here there, buddy!" You can just twist in the legs. Love the details of the shoes, that definitely has the gold palette, and you can see behind the back of his new jacket, and then you can see that he's back where he goes, "Where are my manners?" So I know it's not going to be as impressive as the 4-inch figure that I review in the back, because I think that's going to be way better, but as a small little mini figurine of Robotnik, he absolutely looks great. Rock on its heads! Come on, cheer up! So I definitely think that's very cool, like how the way they just make this small mini figurine of Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik as he's looking like the Eggman. So I definitely say it's a solid figure, and I'm definitely glad that I get to have this in my collection. After all, I did ask for it, and it's been a while since we got a Jim Carrey action figure since The Grinch, so I'll definitely keep this in handy until I get the 4-inch figure in comparison. And let's get to the main star himself of these movies, Sonic the Hedgehog himself, and I see that Ben Schwartz unboxed the 4-inch figure, so he's lucky. I mean, he voiced Sonic after all, but I really like the head mold that's like sculpted, like you can twist his head, not in a 360 from left, right, the way that his arms move, where you can just twist a little bit to the right, and you can just twist it up and be like, looky here, and then eventually you can see that there's a bit of holes on his feet, so you can put them like on the playsets, like the Green Hills one, or the Studiopolis one from Sonic Mania, and you can see like a little blue paint, that's definitely like a small edge to the fur. You see in the back of the spikes of the blue quill, looking like an absolute star, like a supersonic star. And you can eventually just flex them, and even though it's only just the 2.5-inch figures where you can't move the joints because that's for the taller figures, so I definitely say that Sonic is definitely on a winning streak from the mold, so good job, Jakks Pacific. And now we get to Idris Elba's Knuckles the Echidna. Do I look like I need your power? I really like how his fists are molded, even though the mouth is a bit decent where he's mad like, you're no match for me. I definitely like the back quills, and I've realized that the details of his shoes are kind of like boots in a way, even though we could joke about like it's all of his Lego figures. But I like how you could twist the arms a bit from up and down, but you can't switch it like left and right in a way like upwards, but you can only do it sideways just because it doesn't really have any joints. But as you move the leg, ooh, you can just twist into the right by saying, look at my new sneakers, they're not like the Puma brand that Sonic the Hedgehog wears. Work smarter, not harder. I only follow by my own rules, Eggman. I can totally imagine like Knuckles saying to this type of line, so it's really cool that I think his figure mold, and I really love his head mold, which is definitely very impressive from the fur textures and the way that he looks in the back. At least it's nothing like the stand-up kebab on the onset photos, but I definitely approve this, so congratulations, Knuckles. You'll get your own TV series on Paramount Plus. And last but not least, we got Sonic's right-hand man, Tails. And the one thing that's so cool about Tails is you can actually rotate his tails like in a way that if you place it like in this position, he stands up. Well, let's see what happens when you put the tails upwards. Yoink! He falls. Told you so. So eventually, I like Tails how the way that you can move his head, and whoa, he's the only figure. There he goes. 360 of you spin my head round. So then the next, aside from the head rotations, you can move the arms up and down. Let's see, yeah, you can move it sideways. Well, except for this one, it's only just up and down. Over this one, it's only just sideways. I feel like Tails is like the most sensitive figure of the 4. Well, 5 if you're including the Batnik. And as for his shoes, they're adorable. And can you rotate them? No, not as much. You can only just move in the shoes, but you cannot like move in the legs, just like what Sonic does. Like if we compare Tails and Robotnik kind of like moves upwards, but you can't really like move side to side, so it's kind of like Tails is like following in like in the same vein. But these are nice figures. You could definitely put them on like your playsets, like the Green Hills one or even the plain one that's coming soon, and make sure that Jim Carrey doesn't fall down, because he is Bruce Almighty. Oh no, he has fallen down. The London Bridge has fallen down. Please don't fall down, Robotnik. So I definitely say that Tails, like, he has a really nice good head sculpt where he's actually like nice from the games. I bet this is something that Kalino Shasi will definitely approve for sure, like for her merchandise based on Tails. So I definitely say that it's really cool to have like the majority toy lineup of the main central characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik, since they are the main characters of the movie. They're like the 4 fan favorite characters that are used in a lot of marketing and merchandise. And as for an instance, I definitely say that my favorite figures, aside from the Robotnik one, even though I wish there's a bit more details, but I know the 4-inch figures will be better, but Sonic and Knuckles are definitely good highlights, where you can definitely like recreate scenes from the movie where Knuckles just picks him up and just goes, do I look like I need your power? And then kapow and boo into the head, and then Robotnik just goes,
Sonic, meet Knuckles.
And then eventually, yeah, it's so fun to like recreate scenes with these toys. So I definitely say that these are pretty solid figures. I definitely say it's really cool that you have all the main characters all into one box. And I know that the 4-inch figures will definitely have a lot more details and a lot more varieties when it comes to moving the droids. But these are nice figures that are related to the movie sequel, and I'm definitely grateful to own this. But anyway, let's compare this to the other Sonic toys. As you look on the other side, I only have like Eggman Jakks specific figures since he is my favorite character and I have voiced some other voiceovers aside from cosplaying as Jim Carrey's Eggman. I know this witty bitty Robotnik is like smaller compared to the bigger size egg-shaped Eggmen, and I know once when I get the Jim Carrey figure he'll definitely fit in with the same size, but I don't have like the Jakks specific figure of those Eggman which has like multiple accessories. I even got the Tomy action figures of Sonic Boom of the Volume 1 of Season 1 of DVD. And I even got the Eggman figure and even the Tomy version of the Boom Sonic, so I can make this as my small mini crossover of my Eggman collection.
Ah, my baby. Who? Look what came out of my egg sack. Excuse me, did you say egg sack?
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners?
No need to be sorry. We can mix that egg sack with some ham. Evil ham. Ha 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 ha!
So nice when diabolical evil lives up to the hype. Am I right, gentlemen?
Oh, most precisely. Skinnier, realistic version of me. We can destroy all the Sonics from other universes forever with the little help of another genius in mind. Oh, you are too kind, my dear future self, and I was happy to help.
Think again, Eggman. Yeah, your clones are pretty impressive, Mr. Eggman. But let's face it, you'll never catch us. Yeah, we're the fastest thing alive.
Confidence!
A full substitute for intelligence. Gentlemen, you know exactly what to do.
Oh, I've been waiting a long time for this. Destroy the Hedgehog!
You're too slow. Gotta go fast. The hard way it is.
I'll get that blue moronic hedgehog! Snooping as usual, I see. I will get that little blue nuisance!
Sonic, run!
Knock knock Snuggles! Ah!
I mean, all joking aside, now you understand why Eggman's like one of my favorite characters aside from Jim Carrey's impression.
And Mike Pollock's impression as well.
So besides the multiple Eggman and the multiple Sonics, you could call it like Eggman into the Eggman verse or Eggman No Way Home, whatever you want. I'll definitely like to do more parody skits, but it's nice to compare the other Jakks specific figure along with the Tomy ones and the small 2.5 action figures along with the other ones. But as I place the boxes up above, I mean, aside from the Sonic Movie 2 figures, I remember that Jakks Specific were selling the Sonic Movie 1 toys where you have this one plush, which is basically just Ben Schwartz's voice, and it's a lot more flexible and a lot more clean. Until then, the sequel got a 13-inch one that basically is more fluffier, but it doesn't have a voice box, including the 9-inch plushes with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. But that's the merchandise from the first one, aside from the McDonald's Happy Meal looking one with the old design. But these are a big improvement, even though these small figures are quite sensitive, but it's a big improvement. Yes, I have an Eggman plush and Eggman collectible, since I do love the Eggman and I do love Jim Carrey's take on the character as well, along with my other Funko Pops, along with more of the Eggman. And speaking of toy reviews, I will be reviewing Robert Pattinson's The Batman figure by McFarlane Toys, which that would be my next toy review after when this video is done. But other than that, I definitely say that it could have been better with the joints, but I definitely say that Sonic Movie 2 is definitely like one of the best action figure toy lines for the second movie's promotion. So overall, I'm eternally grateful for the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 toys that Jakks Specific made with these minifigures. Could they have been done better? Yeah, I really like the sculpting. It's just that it's the joints and the way they pose can be kind of sensitive, but they're minifigures. What can you expect? Obviously, the 4-inch figures will be an improvement, and I can't wait to get him mostly, but I definitely say they'll compare the size of the other Jakks Specific figures I own. But other than that, this is a pretty solid choice, and I truly appreciate these figures, where it's exactly what I asked for the main characters of the movie, and I can't wait for more Sonic Movie 2 merch to unbox and review in the future of this channel, aside from the Batman action figure, just because I will be go see the Batman movie pretty early on Thursday, so that'll be my next unboxing review. But as for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I definitely say this is worthy to add in my collection. So let me know what your guys' thoughts about the toy. What do you think of the video? You can only find this on Target, whether you want to get it locally at Target or if you want to shop it online. I'll put it in the description below. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing toy review, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next video, and can't wait for the movie that's coming out next month in April. Take care now. Bye bye then.